Very interesting. Oh, g'day legends, Craig from Beastie Life. Just doing a bit of light reading on bridges. Had a bit of a disagreement with the wife the other day and she's like, just build a bridge and get over it. And I'm like, I will then, if you're gonna be like that. So, got my bridges book. I'll tell you what, I think I've underestimated it because look at these bridges. Do I build one out of stone? Do I build one out of, what's that, steel? Do I build one out of concrete? Like, it's just out of control. And I only need 30,000 tons of steel, and yeah, I don't think Bunnings stocks that. So I might have to let it have this one. It is what it is. But look, as you can see today, we're talking 270 awnings. We've got the Kings one today. Very budget conscious, the Kings. But if you're looking to just get into the market and have it at time of making this video, $350 for a 270 degree awning. This one was on my 150 series Prado, which is why I just threw it straight on here. I thought I'll just save some coin for now. The plan is to get a rooftop tent, and then I want to get a matching awning for the rooftop. Depending on access, you can get hatches inside them and so on. But this one actually does the job for now. It is, well, it gives you about 9.5 square meters of coverage. 280 GSM canvas, which is not the best out there, but again, it's about price. It says it's completely freestanding, so no legs, don't need any guy ropes, poles, anything, they say. So I've had it not in crazy winds, but I have had it in the rain, and I've tied off on the wells, which I'll show you, created a well in the middle of the poles, or the arms I should say, and it's worked well. So look, it's quick, it's easy, it's cheap. Make up your own mind. There's awnings out there for over $1,000, but depends how much you use it, depends what you want it for, but I thought it's worth having a quick squeeze at it for those that might be interested. So let's get out there and I'll move the tripod, and I want to time and see how long it takes to set up. I've never timed myself, but it is pretty quick, so let's check it out and see how we go. Once we're ready to go, we'll start the timer. So start the timer, let's go, see how we go. So lift up the flap, do it here. Definitely a one-person job. Release the Velcro straps that they've got. I do have an extra one in here just because I believe it needed one, just to hold up the fabric a bit more taut. Whoops, don't do that, which is letting the zippers smash onto your Juco. Lucky it's PPF protected. Bring this around by the last arm, walk it round. There's a strap around here to tension it. I'll show you that in the next video. I'll just do a close-up of that alone. I just use a little ratchet that I bought off Amazon. I'll show you that too. Give it some tension, like so. And that, my friends, legends, is it. It's up. Stop the timer. Okay, legends, we'll do it in reverse, just as easy to put down. Still a one-person job to put it down. So start the timer and we'll get into it. Unrelease the tension strap there, which you can leave on the whole time if you like, but I'll just take it off, walk it around, grab the arms as you go. Watching the zippers on the Juco again. Tuck that in with the bag, like so. And then I usually just do this quite taut, as tight as I can, so it stays up there, like so. And then you grab your strap. This is probably the hardest part. getting it through there to the eyelet to pull it down like so. I'll come back and I'll do mine as well because I like the extra tension on there. Pull it right up, pull it down, and this just helps with the tension. Can't get my strap, lost it. There it is. It's obviously added time that's normally not there. Right, tuck that in, grab your zipper. Like I said, there's plenty of room in this bag, and we are done. Stop the timer. That's it, legends. Okay, legends, just wanted to show you this side of it. You couldn't see from there, so I'll just quickly show you how I hook it up. But I've got a soft shackle that I wrap around one of the holes in the rhino rack. It's just too hard to get anything else in there. And then I use one of these, which is from Amazon. It's just the ratchet tie down, so good, cheap as chips. I'll find the link for you that I used and grab yourself some because they're excellent for also tying down to create the well on the other side using a peg. I'll show you how to do that too, but brilliant. So I literally just grab the end of it and I'll put that through there and I'll put that through our soft shackle, and then it's just a matter of giving it a pull and it ratchets around. It's fantastic. You can get a lot of tension on that and it doesn't give, it won't pull through anything like that. So that's just how I do that bit. I'll show you some other features. Yeah, legends, I find the construction's not too bad. It's quite solid, big plate at the back. There it is from a side view, but I'm using the K-on brackets there. But same principle. Good zippers, they flow quite well. You've got to flap over the zipper here to protect it. There was an issue with all of this lining in here being exposed and allowing water to get in from the front as you're driving or just sitting there, but they've rectified that problem. I've never had any water sitting inside or pooling, so that's something to note, but you do get plenty of room in here. I've even had enough room, I just put my fishing rods in there as a space saver and nobody knows they're in there. You could put a little padlock through the zippers if you wanted to, but that's the up close construction of the bag. G'day legends, what do you get in your pack apart from the awning? So they give you the three brackets, three L-shaped brackets. They're meant to sit like that, like that, and then your awning will go along here. I did not use these only because I didn't have enough clearance to get into my house garage. It's too low, so I have to invert mine like that, and these brackets just didn't work for what I needed. I couldn't attach them properly, so I bought some K-on brackets, which are designed for the same thing, and they're fully adjustable and inverted. It was just such a better option for me. So there you go. You do get 3 rubber pads for them to protect your roof rack. They give you some straps, multiple straps that you can use to tie off on the arms. They have ringlets you can tie down if you do want to secure it to the ground for whatever reason, but they say it can handle extreme winds and doesn't need it. So make of it what you will. The only time I've ever done it is I've used these straps just to pull the middle in between the arms down to create a well for water to get away when it's raining, which seems to work okay. And then they give you some pegs, which are pretty cool pegs. They're branded Kings and they're quite heavy duty actually. So that's what you get in your pack. Okay legends, so here it is. Quick run through of the features. So tie off there, it's got these side flaps with zippers here all the way around, so you can actually add walls to it if you like, fully enclose it. I've seen people, you get the walls, I think they're maybe 60, 70 bucks, and then they'll angle them out. They'll just put them on an angle out here, so it gives them increased room, because I mean you could get a swag or something down on the ground there if you wanted to. There is enough room, especially with a wall at 45 degrees. But you got your big knuckle joint here. It's all powder coated aluminium. I haven't seen any of it coming off yet, but it is quite a strong area. You just got to make sure you have your L brackets definitely in that point to support. This is where all the weight is. But yeah, it's tubular coming out, 2 sets. Then you got your 4 arms. And then I do like that they have this flap here to hide all the bars behind it and stuff. If you've got that, there's also one at the top there, which is good because it protects from the top of the car there if it happens to touch. I have made that personal choice to invert mine so it goes down, so I do have less room height-wise, but I am a bit of a short ass, so that works out okay. I've seen people put lights up in here too. King's sell a kit that is made for this. It just goes Velcro straight up, and then you can run it through and get some power. So look, overall, canvas is a bit light. It's about 27 kilos, I believe, in weight, 9.5 square meters of footprint. It's 350 bucks, legends. Like, would you pay 350 bucks for this? It's got the eyelets on the outside here on the corners, so you can tie down. There's also one in the middle, so you can tie down. That's all I've done on this. Haven't been in crazy winds, but I've tied this down so that it creates a well for the water to come down in the rain, and that's worked well. But other than that, it's for 350 bucks, it's almost a disposable item. I'm going to upgrade one day. It's not staying, but for almost like a hand-me-down one from car to car, it's doing the job. So what do you reckon, legends? Would you get one? 350 bucks? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you in the next one.